My wife and I, Annette, we started going here, and we started attending Zoe in 2013, which has been about 6 years. Wow, time really flies. But before we were tithers, actually, before we started attending Zoe Christian Fellowship. And the interesting thing about that is when we got married, like many couples, young couples, we were struggling financially. And I remember about 1995, 1996, we were sitting in this little apartment with our two little baby girls, and like a lot of people, we had way more month left at the end of the money, you know what I mean? And someone gave us a cassette tape. Anybody remember cassette tapes? Yeah. Okay, remember those? Put them in your car, had these little, anyway. Google it if you're under 20. You can find out what a cassette tape is. We got this cassette tape, and it was a teaching on tithing. And the person teaching on that tape was none other than Pastor Ed Smith at that time, Bishop Ed Smith. And I remember listening to that. At first, I let it sit in my car for about 2 weeks. And then I finally said, let me just put this thing in. I started listening to that tape, and for the first time, I really understood the importance of tithing and the impact it would have. Now, don't forget, I'm telling you, we were struggling financially. I'm like, why? I don't have money to tithe. That was my thinking at the time. But I realized something that he was on that tape. He said a lot of good things on that tape. And I remember one of the things that resonated with me when I listened to that tape over and over. He said, and it's like he was speaking to me. He said, you may only have, you may have bills of $2,000 a month in bills, and you may only have $1,500 in money and income. He said, whether you tithe or not, somebody not getting paid. I said, that makes sense. So why don't take God's money, give him that little 150 or whatever, so he can help you get the 500 that you're missing. And that made sense. It made sense. So I remember going home, talking to my wife. I said, honey, we're going to start tithing. And she's thinking, okay, we didn't have the money. But you know what? I can tell you, God at that point started to do miraculous things in our lives financially at that point. That was 20 years ago. And it's just been a journey just of blessing after blessing. And that was because we became faithful in our giving to God. And God blessed us in ways, like I said, exceedingly abundantly, more than we could ever imagine. And God blessed us. And we were not members of Zoe. We didn't start going to Zoe, like I said, until 2013. Don't ask me why we waited so long. But that's a whole other story. But we were blessed by that. We talk about these 30 years in the ministry here. We were blessed even though we weren't attending Zoe. We started giving our local church. Our church didn't teach on tithing. The church we attended didn't teach on tithing, but we were tithers at that church the entire time, and we continue to do so. So God is good, amen? So if you are here today, you may be in the situation we were in. You may be feeling like, I can't do it. I don't have the money to do it. But let me tell you something. God is faithful. Yes, he is. And he will provide. He will make a way for you.